In this video, we're going to look at the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. We're going to look at the formula and where it comes from. Before we jump in, though, we need a couple pieces of information. First, the angles of a triangle sum to 180 degrees. Okay, sum means add to, so we're going to add them all together. The other thing that we need, the angle measurement of a circle is 360 degrees. Using these two pieces, we're going to be able to derive where the formula to find the interior angle sum of a polygon comes from. Before we start doing that though, what is the interior angle sum? The interior angle sum of a polygon is the following. Parentheses n minus 2 multiplied by 180 degrees, where n is the number of sides. So for some polygon, it doesn't matter how many sides you have, we're going to use this formula to figure out the interior angle sum. Okay, where does that come from? To start off, we need a polygon. Doesn't matter how many sides you have. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to draw a hexagon. Okay, here's my hexagon. Hexagon has 6 sides, n equals 6. What we're trying to get to eventually is the following. N minus 2 multiplied by 180. Okay, how do we do this? Draw a point somewhere inside of your shape. If you notice, our hexagon here has 6 corners. If you draw a line from each corner to the center point that you made, we're going to make a bunch of shapes. With this hexagon I made here, I drew lines from each corner to the center point, and I made a bunch of triangles. Specifically, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. Okay, one of the pieces we talked about when we started, the angles of a triangle sum to 180 degrees. In my picture over here, each of these triangles have an angle measurement of 180 degrees. All of them. So I'm going to write 180 in all of these. How do I represent that mathematically? I have n triangles, and I'm multiplying by 180. Okay, in our example here, n would be 6. Okay, so technically, I have 6 times 180. I'm trying to derive the formula though, so I'm going to use n. I have n times 180. That is counting all of the angles. It is counting the ones I'm about to label here in orange, this angle here, this angle here, this one, this one, this one, and this one. The ones in orange I just labeled are all of your interior angles of that polygon. However, the triangles that I just added together and multiplied by 180 here, they're counting more than what we want. They're counting this angle right here, this angle here, this one here, this one, and that one. Okay, all of the angles, both in orange and red, are being counted when you do n times 180. But see, we don't want all of the angles, we only want the orange ones. How do we get rid of the red ones? Okay, the other piece of information we start off the video with, The angle measurement of a circle is 360 degrees. If you notice, all of the angles in red there, if you connect them end to end, what do you get? You're going to get a circle. Okay, the angle measurement for a circle, as I just went back and looked at, is 360. So this n times 180 up here are all of my orange and red angles. But I don't want my red angles, so how do I get rid of them? I'm going to subtract 360. Okay, my formula now is n times 180 minus 360. This is going to give me all of my my orange angles. Okay, with this here, we can rearrange this a little bit. My first term here, n minus 180, and my second term, 360, have a common number we can pull out. We can factor out a number here. Both of these terms have 180 somewhere in them. I need to figure out what to multiply now. 180 times what will give me n times 180? That's just n. I pulled out the 180. Okay, and 180 times what is going to give me negative 360? That's going to be negative 2. Negative 2 times 180 will give me negative 360. I'm pretty much done at this point. However, I can rearrange it. I can write n minus 2 times 180. This is the interior angle sum of a polygon with n sides. Using in our example here, we know that n is 6. We would do 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180. 6 minus 2 will give me 4 times 180. Here you would use a calculator. 4 times 180 is going to give you 720 degrees, which means a six-sided shape here is going to have an interior angle sum of 720, which are all of my orange angles in this picture.